Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again, Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your star Scentsy consultant. So today what I've got for you is just my weekly what I've been warming, but I've got lots of wonderful goodies here on the table. So let's just dive right on in, starting with Scentsy. And we have a beautiful winter wonderland outside. I actually made a little snowman with my dogs yesterday, and that was so much fun. I stuck it on the table because I knew they'd just probably get into it if I put it on the ground, plus it's not that big. But that was just such a wonderful childhood memory exercise. Let's go to what I've been warming though. We have gone through so much of iced balsam, which now that it is December the 1st, you can get. I cannot heartily enough recommend this beautiful tree blend. It's sweet because it has a little bit of, I think, freesia. It has bergamot to be able to smooth it out, and the gorgeous Fraser fir type evergreen. You guys, this is so good. My husband just keeps begging for me to put more of it in the garage. He used it all week last week. I think I also, what else did I put in there for him? I did some other tree scent, but this one was his favorite. So I went through 2 or maybe 3 clams of that one. Another thing that I did last week, because this is just one of my all-time favorite scents, was a whole clam of sweet orange pomander. It filled my home with spicy, beautiful holiday goodness, just everywhere. It was spicy, it had that orange peel, it had that nostalgia factor that you know I absolutely adore, and that was an absolute 10 out of 10. Somewhere along the line, I finished the rest of cranberry orange cider, which I think I did on the same day as the sweet orange pomander, but who knows. So this is something that I hope you clubbed in November. It's very, very nice with a beautiful balance of the cranberry, a little bit of almost like a sweet orange relish, and the cideriness. It's so good. Today, I'm doing a combination of things. The Scentsy part is Happy Holidays, and then I'm also doing Vintage from Teddy Bees, and the two of these together, if you happen to have both of these, they are older styles of scent. They bring back memories of your childhood, or maybe even what you think your grandparents' childhood would smell like for Christmas time. Happy Holidays has pear, it's got the holly, it has a little bit of an astringency, and it's very old-fashioned. I love it. I threw a couple in one of my clubs, and that was a part of the no longer available awesome promotion in November too. And then Vintage from Teddy Bees has cypress and fir needles, plum, fig leaves, cinnamon, cedar, and hints of smoldering woods. And this is, again, kind of an astringent antique scent. It's heavy on the cypress and the fig, but I really like it, and it's very, very good alternate warmers or alternate rooms with the Happy Holidays. Now back to all Scentsy. I did not go in and get bars of National Lampoon's Christmas Holiday when we started our Black Friday sale, which is still current, and there's lots of good stuff on the website if you haven't taken a look yet. This is technically Cyber Monday, and they did restock a few things, and then supposedly tomorrow there will be more goodies too. So I dragged my feet, being that I've got so much wax, but this sold out before I could get some if I wanted to do an order, which I didn't do it in time. So this is a fabulous tree scent from last year. It has a little bit of pear and a lot of fir type evergreen. I put this in the basement, and again, my husband's just a tree guy, and he's like, what is that beautiful scent? I'm like, well, you know, it's more tree. And if I see that in clearance, I need to pick up a few more bars because it is 10 out of 10. So for those of you that got it, good job. Next, oh, maybe this is what I was doing with the sweet orange pomander. I think so. Maple apple bourbon. You guys, I love this scent in the fall, but it's also great for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's super rich, very, very strong with the maple and the apple and the oaky woody bourbon. Oh, you guys, love that. I absolutely love that. And it just permeated this whole room, and it was fantastic. So then another day I had a lot of fun with good Scentsy bakery. Used up a whole clam of pumpkin roll. Now, of course, I still have my brick, but I used the clam. This was a good bar. It had all the notes. It had the beautiful, almost like a pumpkin cupcake richness. It's got pecans, it's got the yellow cake, it has the frosting. It's so good. Loved that. And then I finally got brave and used one of my graham cracker crunch bars that was in my club shipment last month, and I believe that I've left it in my monthly club that I'll carry for a while to stock up on all those wonderful things we could get in November. This is so good. This you could melt any time of the year. It's not necessarily festive, but it's just such a nice, rich bakery bar, you guys. You could do this with anything. So it has the caramelized graham crackers and the vanilla and the peanuts, and it's not like, ew, peanut butter. It's just lovely. And then on top of that, I did a bar of frosted marshmallow, which is current in our catalog, and it is a new smell, part of our 10 new releases, one of the best of those 10. You guys, it's so good. So this has a little bit of cinnamon and lots of ooey gooey marshmallow and vanilla goodness. So then I went into some older smells that I've had hanging around for a bit. Scentspiration's Christmas Cottage Wreath. Now, the Scentspirations, I've had little bits of clams left, so there were only 2 or 3 cubes in this, but it's really nice. So I think I threw one of this, because I probably have another half clam kicking around somewhere. One more of this into that club that I want to get in December. I wasn't a huge fan of this whole collection, but I liked the cider and I liked the wreath. And when I had this just in the kitchen the other day, I thought, there is such a nice balance between the Christmas cottage base. You don't really get the raspberry, you more get the spices. And then the tree, that I might want one more of those. And then I melted a whole thing of eggnog. I don't have very much of this, maybe 1 or 2 of these. And this is so gooey and delicious and decadent. It's like a white chocolate and vanilla thing going on. And maybe a couple of these I melted last week and didn't get out of my basket in time because of the craziness of Thanksgiving. But I think it's just this week that I did eggnog. It was really good. Now in the basement, I'm working on one of my bricks of Very Snowy Spruce. Such a classic scent. I did put this in my melting basket for December. And it's so good. And this went for like 3 days in the basement. It's a sweeter type tree scent, but very resinous. It's got a lot of layers, and it's a very, very good performer. Now, one more thing that I did, I think the day before Thanksgiving in my kitchen and in the front room, was Very Merry Cranberry, and it did not disappoint. It's just this perfect medium level, cozy cranberry, but pure cranberry smell. Oh, I can't wait to melt this again. I might do it in my bedroom too, so I can really experience just that. And it mixed very well with whatever other scents I was melting, which I don't remember. I think I was plugging away at some cider and crimson berries because I know that this is something I wanted to do around Thanksgiving specifically. I still have a few more clams of this. This was in our Harvest 5-bar bundle, and it's very good. So it's got the balance of like a tart pomegranate and cider. Another one that I polished off in the basement is Dancing Sugar Plums. I've talked about this for a couple weeks, but I think I just got through like half of the clam and then I wanted to polish it off. Gorgeous apple and plum simmery spiced scent. Very, very comforting. And one day, which I don't know what I was doing this with, maybe the Christmas Cottage Wreath, was working on some of Peanuts the Holiday smell, which is so comforting, you guys. It's a sweet eucalyptus, pine, and lemon smell. It's cheerful, it's happy. And then I finished the Red Berry and Spruce, which I don't know if I did all of this in one day or 2 different days, but this was in that promotion. I've had it in my club for years, it's still in there. And this is a spruce with gorgeous cranberry and raspberry, and it's like outdoorsy, beautiful Christmas. The spruce note's just phenomenal. Finished up lights out in my bedroom. I could barely smell it in there. I don't know why I got a couple of these out of clearance, except that it's pretty until you try to melt it, and then it's just sort of like this fuzzy amber peach smell, but not very strong. It was nice. Then what is easy to smell in my bedroom is half a bar of Cabin Cuddles, or maybe 5 cubes, honestly. 1 in my bathroom, a couple in the warmer that I have in there that I really need to change out for a Christmas warmer, and the Light Up the Season Christmas tree. I found a safe haven for that beautiful warmer in my bedroom. I've taped the lid on, and it works in there. And Cabin Cuddles, you guys have to get this. And then I put the other half in a couple of the warmers in the basement. Now in the basement, it just barely got to a medium. In my bedroom, it's nice and strong, so it just depends on the space. But this is the most wonderful Christmassy warm cologne scent, and it's sort of cabiny and also Hallmark Man in a flannel. It's a mix of those. Very, very good smell. So I think that's it for Scentsy. Now, because this last week was the pretty much like the middle of the shipment for the pre-order from Teddy Bees that we got the order list for in September, and then everybody was getting the orders over the last couple weeks, I've been listening to lots of videos, I've been melting lots of things, and I've had so much fun with my Teddy Bees. So I believe that I didn't already show you this. One lavender and speckles that I got through was the partridge in a pear tree. I don't think that I showed you this last week in my empties. Forgive me if I did. Birchwood pine, pear, black cardamom, and a part of cardamom cream and buttercream. This was cozy, very good for Thanksgiving, very unique with the cardamom, almost like a little bit of a black pepper note, and the pear and the birchwood. The birchwood pine in here is so pretty. So I have another bag of that, which I will save for next year, and I really, really like it. So now from here on out, it's all Teddy Bees. Some of it's new, some of it's old, and I do not feel as though every scent from Teddy Bees must cure for a year, which for some people that's their rule. I do think that some of these will be ever so much better in a year, but with the whole pre-order RTS cycle thing that they do, I wanted to take a chunk of a lot of these that I got in a souffle and see, do I like it enough that I might want to get some more? And so like I said, you'll see a mix of old and new things. I'm gonna start with the one that Greg commented on in the basement, and we all know this is good and it's not available right now. I don't remember when she poured this last, honestly. Dracaris. Oh, this is so good. This is warm cinnamon bark, fireside vanilla, vanilla balsam, cedarwood smoke, and hints of blackberry musk. And the thing is, it just smells like pine cones and sage and cranberries and smolder. It is the perfect Thanksgiving scent, but it's very woodsy and rich and great for Christmas too. This went for 2-3 days in the basement. Greg loved it. It was phenomenal. So then another one that is older is Sweet November. I believe that this is something that I got in last year's RTS after Thanksgiving, because this was poured on 11/26/24. Yeah, I think so. Warm pumpkin, earthy amber, aged wood, sweet vanilla, hints of plum and cranberry, soft spices, and baked cookies. This is a complex scent where you don't know exactly what you're smelling, but it's bakery and it's cozy. So I've gotten through half of the tub, and really I would like to get through the rest of it, because the one that's in the current pre-order and RTS cycle that just ended, I don't think you can get this year's kind of iteration of this, which is called Edge of November. That one's heavy on the coffee, but it has all these mixed notes like this does. So I think what I'll do is save Edge of November for next year and melt through the rest of this one if I can this year. Very, very nice, warm, cozy, beautiful scent that takes the best of fall and a little bit of Christmas and puts them together. Now here's one that I worked on for a long time, God's Woods, which is perfect for a snowy winter day. And I had about a quarter of this left, got through it last week, and it was very nice. This is a really good rich scent with Palo Santo, birchwood, pine, and vanilla balsam, and it's just really nice. Another one where I have more, so I'm trying to get through the kind of the odds and ends, is the beautiful Christmas cookie, which I know a lot of you probably got in the last pre-order. An assortment of baked cookies, powdered sugar, buttercream, pine, and warm spices. I find a lot of Teddy Bees bakery that's cookie heavy to be something I really like for maybe 4 to 6 hours, and then it gets a little bit of a sharp smell. This one is no exception, but that first 6 hours of powdered sugar, pine, and cookie goodness is totally worth it. And it's wonderful, and it's a good cozy medium. So I do have a little sample I was keeping in that tub that I probably need to melt this in a bedroom. And then I have one full tub left that either I could work on it this year or save it for next. Another one, which you could put this in the warmer for days, tobacco and smoked spruce. Oh, I have a couple tubs of this. It is so good, you guys. It's so good. Tobacco leaves, amber spice, fireside marshmallows, and deep smoky evergreens. And this one was poured 11/7/24, so it's headier to sit, and it is so good. All the notes are balanced. You don't get too much smoke. It's just phenomenal. If you like that moody, smoky, deep, dark Teddy Bees thing that she does with those evergreen smells. And incense and resin and all that. So what else do I have that might, okay, I want to keep all of the new things together and all the old things together, so I'm not confusing people. Let's see here. I think all those are new. So these are the last two that would be at least a year old. This is Maraxes, and this is sweet plums, saffron, peppercorns, cashmere cream, and sweet vanilla roasted pine cones. Again, this was poured last November. Now, I only meant to get one tub of this in this particular RTS, but I hit the button for 2, which I'm not complaining about. But This is a crazy strong scent. It's super woodsy. I think of this as very much like a November smell, and I enjoyed this in the basement. You really get that plum and the peppercorns and the pine cones. It's very, very nice. And then out of the things that have had time to cure and have been sitting around, the last one, this, you know what, this one was from the summer because this is the one where she didn't date them. So it's had a few months. This is called Reckless Mischief, and this is dark vanilla beans, hints of sweet smoke, clove, cedar, ambrette, sensual vanilla, praline cream, cashmere, and musk. A very nice smell. I put that out here in the snowy wonderland that yesterday was, and my younger daughter said, "Oh, Mom, are you doing something vanilla?" I said, "Yeah, it's a teddy bee." She's like, "This is so good." But it's got this very complex, invites you in, you can't quite figure out what is going on, story to the vanilla, and is definitely more fall winter than it is spring summer. That particular one, very good. So now we're going to go into, oh no, there's one more I found one more that's older. Shadow of Winter, which I think was also from this summer. White oak, pine resin, cashmere woods, birch, guaiac wood, frankincense, myrrh, and vanilla sandalwood. I've got 2 or 3 souffles of this kicking around. This is like low-key tree. It's not aggressive. It's very mellow. It's really, really nice. So I should finish this in the basement. I think I put this in my bedroom. And it was soft tree with the woody background. And it would just go for days. Wasn't super duper strong. And maybe that's because I need to wait till next year. But I'm not sure how. It's not really a boomer. It's more of a hang heavy around the warmer scent, with the oak and the resin, cashmere woods, the frankincense and myrrh. It was very, very cozy and nice. So now all the rest of this is literally from the pre-order, and I whacked a chunk of all of it out to try it. So crushed candy cane sugar cookies. Obviously I will let this sit, but you know what? The perfume from the peppermint, because I don't really think peppermint cures. It was lovely. I just did this in a bedroom. Signature sugar cookies blended with candy canes and vanilla. So I might actually go through the souffle this year. I have another one coming in the RTS. Put the other one away. It's the perfect balance of peppermint and sugar cookie, and it's really nice. And because of the peppermint, that one doesn't get that little edge in the oils that I don't care for. Cookie Woods Cafe. I had to try this because, as I said in my review of the pre-order, to me this is like, Beautiful Mess 2.0, and I really do like this much better. So this is vanilla cream cookies, cool vanilla custard, Palo Santo, damp woods, and a touch of vanilla coffee. I put this in the basement. I think I'd prefer maybe this go in a bedroom next time. I could smell it. I will certainly let the second souffle and probably the rest of this one cure for a bit. But this damp woods with the coffee and the cookie and the custard is such an interesting combination. And unlike the other one, which unfortunately to my nose read like rancid body cream, this has what I imagined the balance of those notes would be, and it was very pleasant. So then here's one. This is what Alexis came up with, and I wasn't sure about it when I pulled it out of the bag on cold. Sometimes you just gotta try something to know if you like it. Nocturne Noel is really beautiful when you warm it. I had some other people encouraging me to try it out, and they were right. Spiced pine resin, cedar wood, frankincense, myrrh, rich vanilla bean, and burning embers. Now, this is in some ways like this smoked spruce and tobacco, but it doesn't have the tobacco and the evergreen. It just has all those resin notes, and I really like the vanilla in here. And this is a cozy smell. It's cozy, deep, dark, and sort of, I'm looking for a specific vocabulary word. Sensual isn't it, but there's just like this smoldery thing going on in here that is sultry. That's the word I want. That is a sultry scent, and it's gorgeous. So then, I know I have said that Christmas trees and cream isn't my thing. Well, maybe I'm coming around to it, because you guys are gonna laugh. I tried more than half of my little tin of the Haunted Christmas Tree because I said in my review of my pre-order blends that a blend of fresh pine boughs, vanilla sugar waffle cone, and rich vanilla buttercream with the vanilla pumpkin marshmallow, that I like that better than just the plain Jane Christmas trees and cream. Except everybody said this smells pretty much like Christmas trees and cream. I really enjoyed this. So in the RTS, I've got a tub of regular Christmas trees and cream. So now you all can laugh that I'm being won over. This was lovely, just cozy and cuddly and low-key. So then another one I tried a chunk of was Lands of Always Winter, very nice. And I stand by the fact that this smells a lot like Scentsy's Frosted Vanilla. Just get rid of the vanilla. It's so pretty. Good and strong. Like, you can melt this today. This is Fallen Snow, Balsam, Pine Needles, Hinoki Wood, Crisp Mint, and Crackling Birch. Gorgeous outdoorsy scent. Good for probably January too. Here's one that I had to get another souffle of. I got 2 in the pre-order. I wanted 1 more in the RTS. And that's Sleigh Ride. This is one of my top 5 from the pre-order. Vanilla Snowflake, Vanilla Balsam, Candy Canes, and Crisp Vanilla Mint. I only did this in my bedroom. It lasted and lasted. It stayed sweet. It was crisp. It was inviting. It's so good. If I had had confidence, I would have actually ordered this in a loaf. I just didn't know. So that Vanilla Snowflake and Vanilla Balsam, the Vanilla Balsam lasts. Very nice, happy, truly festive, outdoorsy scent. So good. So then the other one that I did get in a tub because they were similar and a couple of souffles is pretty much the same as a tub is a Walk in the Snow. If I had it to do over again, I would have just ordered double of Sleigh Ride, but this is nice. This is Fallen Snow, toasted marshmallows, peppermint, and a hint of pine. So they're very similar on paper. But they're not all that different. It's just that the Sleigh Ride is sweet. And this one is more icy. Very nice, but there's something about the sweetness in Sleigh Ride where I will want more of that one over time. So now I'm down to the grand finale of everything that I melted this week. The 2 really important loaves for me, from my Teddy Bees order. And what I did, because I wanted to keep them pretty, is I whacked a corner of the bottom off. So they still look like they were whole. Yes, I'm weird that way. This Cozy Christmas is so good, you guys. Now this, I'm assuming when it sits for a year, it will strengthen. This is just a medium. It's a floaty medium. And we've got spiced mandarin as far as the strength. I'm not going where the joke might go with that, but we're just gonna let that one lie where it is. Spiced mandarin, warm apple cider, cinnamon, clove buds, sweet pine cones, crisp evergreens, and spiced vanilla. This is smooth. There are no rough edges on this scent, and it is just beautiful, festive cidery goodness. Oh, it's gorgeous. So I got just a souffle of this in the RTS because this one is very, very nice, but volume I don't think is going to improve throw, and I'll just use that in medium to small zones when I want that cozy factor. And I said I liked this, but on warm, this one went from a 9 out of 10 to a 10.5 out of 10. This is Christmas. You guys, there's something in here that isn't quite as deep. But I want to tell you the complexity, and my dog is very indignant that I'm not letting him in. The complexity of this is similar to Dracaris. It's not as woodsy. It's much more nostalgic, but it's got the smolder, it's got the depth. I cut into this and all this beautiful scent came rolling out. This is Christmas. Pine needles, spruce, balsam, apple cinnamon, cozy fireside, warm tonka, and melted marshmallows. And that cozy fireside and warm tonka, those are basically the base notes. Those stayed 2 days in this room. I got another tub of this. I hope this comes back next year. If you missed out on it, you need to vote it back. This is as good, if not better, than Old School Christmas. It's not as sweet. It's a little deeper, but oh my goodness gracious, This is Christmas is Christmas. So I will have my RTS that will come, I don't know exactly how fast, but I was able to get 2 and actually 3 of the brand new ones. I wasn't sure. I followed Alexis's instructions and it worked out so that I was able to get the Winter Chalet and the St. Nicholas and the cinnamon. I don't know how to pronounce it because I'm not Spanish or Mexican, but I think Buñuelos. It's like a cinnamon spiced Christmas cookie. That's definitely, I'm pretty sure it's Mexican. I cannot wait to sniff those. And then I got the House of Dragons, which is one I just personally never had. I've never had the Realm's Delight. And then I got really crazy and I got a loaf of Santa Claus is Coming to Town because Christine recommended it and I'm sure it's good. And then, you know how you wander back in and check. I got a loaf, which I probably shouldn't have, but I did, of the fig and vanilla suede one. So hopefully in a couple weeks I'll have that. Have a great day, guys. Happy what you've been warming. Merry Christmas. God bless. Bye-bye.